Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Good evening, everyone. Testing my mic there, making sure everyone can hear me. And it is a big welcome to my podcast, Living Life with Positivity. And this is your host, TZ. In the last two podcasts, we discussed feelings of being overwhelmed, looking after yourself, untangling the bouncing ball. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let negative words hurt you. And don't compare yourself to others. So, tonight we are going to delve into habits that cultivate and attract positivity in your life. My guest had to be rescheduled tonight, and that's okay. We have a lot to get through, and there's always another time. Before our conclusion tonight, we will get a little bit into toxic positivity and why. Now, let's say a big hello to our guests and our subscribers and move on to habits to cultivate. And good evening. How is everyone tonight? I'm going to put my paper off to the side there. I got to read my own notes. You ever find that you have a hard time reading your own notes after you've written them? And we had someone stop in. I didn't get a chance to. And I know Miss Paula, she's at church tonight. She let me know. But let's get in to habits to cultivate to attract positivity in life. If you want to attract positivity in your life, you have to become that which you seek. Positive. It doesn't mean all is perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It means that you find the good no matter what. And so no matter what's going on in your life, find the good in it. You wake up thinking each morning is a miracle, and you interact with everyone with love and light. So while you're out there and about and you're talking to others or you're at work, make sure to reflect love and light to all those around you. Positivity also means having an optimistic attitude. You step forward in confidence in everything you do. You see the possibilities and not the problems. You see opportunities, not obstacles. So keep that in mind each day. When you wake up, you see the possibilities for that day and not the obstacles. All right, let's move on. Positivity also has its own benefits. And according to the Mayo Clinic, it largely has to do with stress management. How many of you know that? Stress management. And it is a reduction of depression and increasing your lifespan. How awesome is that? And you will be able to cope better and live healthier and come out stronger from any situation that arises. How awesome would that be, guys? It is easy to find yourself feeling negative if things don't go your way. Positivity doesn't downplay the hardships of your life. It really does help your life. It improves your life. And hello, Miss Katie. How are you this great evening? Good to see you. If you missed the beginning, it was just a recap and a hello and to what we're doing tonight. So you made it fairly in the beginning. You might want to watch it just to catch up to where I am at right now. When you are positive, you are saying yes to life. You are saying yes to life. Good. That's good to hear. You're doing okay. and receiving so much more than you would have otherwise. So basically, what I'm saying, guys, when you say yes to life, you are saying, I can do it. I can do anything. I can do anything I set my mind to do. And that's how you want to keep the positivity. And just like in last week's podcast, we talked about having those feelings. We're going to delve into those a little more further on down into my notes. We're going to delve into being able to be sad or be mad. It's okay to have those feelings. That's what makes you stronger. The ability to find the good in the situation, have your feelings, and move on from there. Positivity starts, believe it or not, in your own mind. Think positive thoughts, and you will attract that positive energy we all need. You want to breathe in those possibilities and breathe in the positivity. And when you exhale, you want to breathe out the limitations, and you want to breathe out the perceptions that you perceive yourself. And then you will find yourself a brand new person. And if you practice that, guys, breathe in the positivity, breathe in those possibilities, and you will finally see the difference in your life and how you portray positivity and get it back. And we're going to be going on to that in this next section. Giving. What is it to give? Giving, believe it or not, makes you happy and healthy. And it is also contagious. How many times have you gotten something from someone and you gave back? Because didn't it make you happy to give back? And it makes you healthier because of the happiness you're carrying inside. So keep that in mind, guys. And also, it is a promise of our Father in heaven. What you give, you shall receive tenfold. Now, is he saying, go ahead and give because I will give you back tenfold? Yes, it's a promise. But you don't give just to get back. You give because it makes you happy. You give because it makes you healthy. And your heart wants to give. And there are many different ways, and I'm going to discuss some of those ways with you guys tonight. There are many ways that you can give. You can support someone, reach out to someone that you care about, or needs someone to talk, to listen. Just being kind is a way to give. Be kind to others. Be kind to those you don't know. Yes, give with no strings attached. That is right, Katie. Give with no strings attached. And there is so many different ways to give. You can care about a cause. Make a difference in someone's life in some small way. Donate. You can teach someone. Change a life. Give a compliment. Give a compliment to someone is a great way to give without expecting a compliment back. Lead others. Spread awareness and motivate others to want to do good. Those are all in the giving arena, guys. And that way of giving, you will find yourself happier, healthier, and thinking in a positive direction because you're helping someone, you're listening to someone. Sometimes all someone needs is for you to be quiet and just listen. And that's it. And when you listen and let them get it out, you have given that person a positive outlook without saying a word. How awesome is that to be able to help someone without saying a word? Giving is about anything that you can do to make someone's life not only better, but easier, and to reduce the ailment that is experienced by that person. By giving in any way you can, you find positivity everywhere because you are taking part in creating it. How awesome is that? By being positive and giving, you are taking part in creating the positivity that you are spreading around. And that, my friends, is a way to change the world a space at a time. How awesome is that? The next thing I want to talk to you guys about in the positivity arena is believing in yourself. Now, in our second podcast, we talk about don't let anyone take your joy, and um, uh, don't let negative words hurt you. This is part of believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who will? That is first and foremost. Believe in yourself, guys. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you can make a difference. Start to see your own good, your own qualities, your own attributes. Even, here's a good idea, guys. Make a list of your good qualities. Make a list of your attributes and read them. If it helps you to read them every day, read them every day. But you are unique, you're special, and you must believe in yourself. Let's talk about yourself. And this is a question. You can answer it in the comments or not. It's up to you. So we are talking about yourself now. Do you want to change? Do you want positivity in your life? Do you want to know how to live life with positivity and not the negativity? Then, what has improved? After you have done it a while, write down what has improved. If you can see any progress, make yourself goals for yourself. Set goals for yourself, because you do have that ability to do anything. Don't underestimate yourself, because if you do, that will make you feel small. But if you see the potential in yourself, you will become positive, and believe it or not, others will see it too. That's right, guys. When you believe in yourself and you acknowledge your own good qualities, acknowledge your good attributes, you will become positive, and others will be able to see that in your demeanor, in the things you say and do. If you can't believe in yourself, act as if you do. Stand tall. Good will come eventually because you're ready to receive it. So let's say today you're not feeling, I don't believe in myself today. Well, act as if you do. Stand tall and show that you do believe in yourself, and it will eventually come to you. The next thing on positivity, guys, I'm going to delve right in to forgiveness. Well, TZ, you say, what does forgiving or forgive have anything to do with positivity? Well, I'm going to tell you what it has to do with positivity. When you hold on to resentments, it can be very detrimental to your feeling positive. You're angry at somebody, you're holding on to that, or you're angry at your boss and you feel you got slighted at work and you're holding on to that. This lets negative feelings creep in, and it is very detrimental by pushing the positive out. And guys, It is very unhealthy. Really, it is to remain unforgiving. Forgiving does not mean allowing. Now, don't mince my words, guys. Forgiving does not mean allowing, but it does teach you a learning process and how to release. So you're learning from it and you're releasing it. Katie's Precious Angels. Yes, anyone can do anything they put their mind to if they try hard enough. That's right. And that goes back to believing in yourself. So forgiveness. That's a tough one, guys. That is a tough. Some days you will be able to forgive, but then other days you're like, I don't feel so forgiving. Not so much today. Well, it does come and go in waves, guys. Like I said, positivity is not perfect. So it will come and go. But always keep the intention. That's what matters. The intention to forgive. Right now, I don't feel like forgiving this person, but my intention inside is maybe someday I will. So the intention is there. And you will also receive the healing from that also, because your intention is to forgive that person someday or your boss. So that's when the healing starts. Keep that in mind, guys. If even if you can't muster it, you're just having so much trouble with forgiveness that you just can't forgive, you will feel forgiving eventually. It will be there, guys. By living your positive life, following uh, uh, the things I'm giving you to work on, it will become second nature. Like I said in the last podcast, I had someone ask me, are you truly that positive all the time? Yes. Do I get angry? Yes. Do I get sad? Yes. But that's where I have learned to look at the good in the situation and let go of the negative feelings. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to have those emotions. They're part of us. But it's hanging on to them, not forgiving someone or your boss or a coworker. This is why in this podcast we are having this list of going through the different things that can help you in your life living with positivity. And here's a big one, and I brought this up in my word of the week a long time ago. Gratitude. That's right. Gratitude. Well, what does gratitude have to do with positivity? It's a mindset. That's right, guys. Gratitude is a mindset, and it can bring so much positivity into your life. And here's what I want you guys to do for yourselves. Make a list of what you have, what is around you that you feel appreciation for. And then, lastly, can you recognize the good despite the bad? How awesome is that, guys? That is an awesome lesson for you to do. Go ahead and make a list of what you have, what's around you that you appreciate. And then can you recognize the good despite the bad? And that goes, even, oh, I love my job. I appreciate my job. I can't stand my boss. All right. You are recognizing the fact you just don't get along with your boss and it is a negative for you. But here's the good about that. I love my job. I love the work I do. So there you go. You're putting the positivity before the negative. How awesome is that to know? And it's something you can have inside yourself that no one will be able to take from you because it is mindset Gratitude is a mindset. So just be here, be present, and listen to yourself, because the positivity is inside of you. It's there. You just have to learn how to bring it out, keep it in your daily life, learn how to forgive, have gratitude for what you have and your surroundings and the people that come and go into your life, and practice that mindfulness, guys. Practice that mindfulness. And then you will notice the things that you normally neglect will make it be okay. Pretty deep, isn't that, guys? But that's where gratitude comes into play. And that means a lot. Now, we hit on this subject a little bit last week. Let go of your expectations. What, if any, expectations are holding on about yourself? You can leave it in the comments or not. It's up to you. What expectations are you holding on to about yourself and your life? Are you living in a should mindset? Or are you constantly thinking about what you should be doing and where you should be versus appreciating where you are right now? And that, I can use that. I can use myself as an example, guys. Do I get stressed? Yes. Do I let that stress define me? No. I can fight in a friend. Um, I feel it, and then I organize, and this is what my goal is. I'm going to take this time off, and I'm going to package my boxes. So I set a goal for myself. Number one, by setting that goal, I'm getting rid of the stress, getting rid of the negative mindset. So, therefore, I'm setting a goal that's realistic. Make sure your goals are realistic, and I'm implementing them. So that helps keep the positivity going in your life. And don't let it get you down. My dad once told me it's better to try and fail than never have tried at all. So don't be afraid to try new things. And if it doesn't work out for you, don't worry about it. It will. There will be something that you will find, but at least you tried it. You put your best foot forward. You gave it a shot. So let it go. It didn't work out. You move on to something else. What I'm saying, guys, does not mean lower your expectations. You don't want to lower your expectations either. All I'm saying, it means letting go of expectations. So let's say I told you guys I'm going to get all my packages out by Monday. That is an intention. That is my goal I want to do. What happens if that doesn't work out for me? Should I be stressed? Should I cry? Should I be angry? Should I blame someone else? No. No. Expecting the best, but not needing to look at it in a certain way. So my goal is I'm going to get all the packages out by Monday. But if that doesn't come to play, I'm not going to take away my own freedom of positivity by stressing about it. Okay, it is what it is. I didn't make the whole goal. So let's set a new goal. Let's set a new positive goal. And so you set a new goal for yourself and you move on from that. You don't let it linger in the back of your mind. You don't let it stress you out. It's okay to be upset about it at first, but get busy writing, set your new goal, let it go, because the positivity is going to remain there as long as you keep that mindset of not expecting perfection. That word can get you every time. Perfection. So when you, and I'll tell you, that's another thing to, you really truly can set yourself free, guys. You can set your emotions free by setting the expectations, but not living on them, not making them that it's a must, it's a has to, and I'm a failure if I don't, because you're not a failure. You didn't make your goal, you write a new goal, write a new chapter, and you will see how free you set yourself from negative feelings, negative emotions by doing that. So things don't work out. There are going to be setbacks. Just because you want to live a positive life does not mean you are not going to have setbacks. You are going to have those setbacks. And so you have to keep the mindset of setting a new purpose. That's part of your learning, guys. That's part of growing, and that's part of your life. And that will grow in a positive direction by keeping uh, your expectations, but let go of set in stone expectations. So stay open to what can go wrong, guys. Keep your mind open, but keep it positive. Now, that takes us, and I'm going to take a quick drink right now, guys, and that's going to take us right in to looking for the silver lining. Wait until you hear what is that silver lining, and I'm going to tell you that in a few minutes. Hang on. All right, I had to take a drink. Have you had something good? And you can answer this in the comments if you wish. Have you had something good come out of a difficult situation in your life? Have I? Yes. Had a bad situation, but something good came out of it. How many of you have had something good come out of a difficult situation? And here's what I want you guys to do too. Uh, when you go outside, especially at night, night is so calming, so pretty. Look up at the sky. Look at all the stars in the sky. Now, I want you to take your right hand, left hand, it doesn't matter. And I want you to try and reach for those stars. Reach really high. And there, I'll tell you what it has to do with. The light. The light has a lot to do with the gratitude also. Persistent in seeing the positive things in life. You're looking up at the night sky, you see the stars, you reach for those stars. Their light is attracting you. Positivity is light. And you reach and you reach and you keep trying to reach for those stars. And that is persistent in seeing the positive things in your life. How awesome is that? All right, Katie's precious angel has had something good come out of a negative situation or a difficult situation. Very good. Now, remember what I said about the silver lining. Let's look for that silver lining. Instead of thinking this negative thing exists in my life. No, turn that around. I am the positive person this situation needs. Okay, if you don't understand that, I will be glad to explain it. Let's go into it one more time. I am the positive person this situation needs. So you're having a difficult situation and it's messing with you. Remember, you are the positive person. Spreading your light. Be the star. Spread the positivity, spread the light. Be the silver lining, and you will change the world around you. So, remember I said look for the silver lining? Well, you are the silver lining, guys. You are your own silver lining. Your mind, your surroundings, your body. You are the silver lining. How awesome is that? So remember, just like reaching for the beautiful lighted stars in the beautiful night sky, you are going to keep reaching for the positive in any situation. And that brings us right around to surrounding yourself with positivity. Does that mean if you surround yourself with positivity that you're not going to have a negative situation? No, it doesn't mean that, guys. You want to surround yourself with positivity. You will let it seep in, and it will also help you to become positive. How awesome is that? Positivity in life involves being surrounded by positive people and subjecting yourself to positive influences and things. Now, we talked about the music in last week's podcast. Music that, oh, forlorn love, and I got dumped, and I'm sad. Don't listen to music that brings out the negativity. You want uplifting, positive. Now, I personally listen to Christian music. I love the positivity, upreaching, giving, life, love. Those kind of songs help to uplift your spirit and help keep positivity in your life. Do I like other music? Yes, I do. You guys hear some of my music in my videos. They're uplifting, they're positive, they say a positive meaning to them. So keep that when you listen to music. Try not to listen to down music that will shed a tear or bring you down in any way. Now, here's another question to ask yourself. Is there anything in my life that is holding me back? That's a pretty deep question, isn't it? Is there anything in my life that is holding me back? Write it down. If you think it's holding you back, write it down. Set your goals. Look for the positivity in the situation. Have gratitude for what you have and let go of those expectations. Do you see how it all fits together to live your best positive life? Now, I can give you an example. Let's say you fall into a foxhole of negative thinking and it's spiraling out of control. If you fear, you cannot change the situation. So you change yourself. That's where the positive mindset comes in. The expectations, your goals, set them. And then you want to take that moment to step out of yourself. Just take a step outside yourself and your life. And do you see the possibilities of looking outside the box? You're in that foxhole, you're in the box. So take a moment to step outside that box. Look around you. Remember the steps that I have done tonight. Write them down if you need to. And follow each step as you go outside that box. Even if you have to destroy the box after you have done it. But if you decide, and here's where we go back to you being your own silver lining. If you decide you will not allow certain things in your life to bring you down anymore or put negativity at you, you will let in the right things. Surrounding yourself with positivity, and you will become that person you want to be. So you want to live a positive life, you want to spread positivity, and you want to live a happy, positive life. That is the way to do it. Do not let the negative things in. Remember that, guys. Hey, Katie, am I still coming through clear? Let me know, please. Now, here's another thing. Stay healthy. What? Does that mean I have to eat all the right vegetables and food? And do I have to go on a diet? No, no. By staying healthy, this is what I mean. Take the time to evaluate your daily habits, and that falls back in to your affirmations. Remember in the last podcast, I told you to write your 3 affirmations down and say them every, I don't think Katie's answered me yet. Say your affirmations every morning, and that will help you keep your positive mindset. So you want to evaluate your daily habits. Are you drinking enough water? How is your eating habits? Are you getting exercise? These all take a part in your mental health. Do some form of activity to let out the negative energy, because in everyday life, guys, we do pull in negative energy in our surroundings, in what we hear, what we see. So you want to do a form of exercise to let out the negative energy and let the positive energy flow in. Keeping healthy starts with taking care of yourself. And self-care, believe it or not, should not be a chore. It really shouldn't, guys. It's not a chore. You should want to take care of yourself. Find activities that you enjoy doing that will bring positivity to you. And so I want to, in keeping in the stay healthy factor, guys, I want to have you taking a negative situation, and you want to do radical self-care. Radical self-care. This means spending time with yourself and do what you love doing as much as you can. You love reading? Sit down and read a book. That, believe it or not, helps the positivity flow and gets rid of negative energy. So sometimes, too, in life, guys, you need to separate yourself and find the joy. So instead of spending time scrolling through social media, go outside, breathe in the fresh air. Even if it's for 5 minutes, breathe in that fresh air. And I'll tell you what, you can make it happen because you made a positive choice. You made the positive choice to go outside and breathe in that fresh air. You took a moment to yourself. I don't think, Katie, can everybody hear me okay? Is my mic coming through? Last time it died on me. I just want to make sure it's coming through. Now, I do want to share something with you real quick, guys, on staying healthy. The little things can have a bad ripple effect and make the tiniest thing turn into a giant thing. And that's part of keeping the negativity and letting it out. You want to let that out, guys, because that ripple effect can take a tiny thing and make it seem like a gigantous mountain. And all it needs is one action to start it. One negative action to turn that little thing into a negative mountain. So keep that in mind, guys. Face what you can, especially what you cannot control. And that goes for both what you can and cannot control, because your choices matter. Remember that your choices matter. If you feel sluggish, eat more veggies. Do some cardio, get your blood pumping. That also helps get rid of negative energy. If you feel lonely, make plans with someone. Make plans with a church member, a friend, a family member. That will help bring positivity in too, by that little gesture and making a choice to spend time with someone. There's always something you can do to stay healthy. And that's what staying healthy has to do with positivity. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to take a little drink and we're going to move on to that beautiful smile. And we are almost done with our podcast tonight. And we are going to talk about a smile after this drink. Smiling, believe it or not, activates and releases neurotransmitters that make you happy. Did you know that? This sometimes can change your life or change someone else's life. You cannot have positivity in life if you can't even do a simple smile. How many of you have gone into a grocery store and looked around and so many angry faces? No one is smiling. And I'll tell you, just by smiling, you can trick your brain into thinking happy thoughts because you're smiling. So you are tricking your brain into those happy thoughts. When you smile at someone else, most of the time, they are more likely to smile back, which also then makes them happier. So not are you releasing your own happiness by smiling at them. They are also happy now because they smiled back at you. Smiling does not just spread positivity, guys. It also makes you more attractive to people and therefore more social. I mean, I'm more likely to walk up to a person with a smile on their face than one who's growling. I shared a TikTok about this on my Facebook. Oh, thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. I was out shopping one day, and it still touches my heart, guys. I was shopping and I was in a good mood. I'm always happy and I wanted to smile. And this lady was coming down the aisle and I smiled at her and I said, "Hello, how are you today?" And do you know, she must have been having a terrible day because she walked up to me and she said, "Thank you so much for your smile because you just made my day." And that told me her day was a mess. Did it made me happier, which then sent positive vibes into my spirit because I made her day. I changed her day. Someone smiled at her in a very bad day she was having, asked her how she was, and I stood there to listen. I just didn't keep walking. How are you? How was your day? And we talked. She told me, we talked a little bit, and and then when she came up to me and thanked me for my smile, for asking her how she was, it just made her day. And so now that little positivity had seeped into her, and she will then give it to someone else down the line. You see how positivity can just seep into the social aspects of your life by just one simple smile. It seems like a very small thing, and it probably is. Smiling is a very small thing, but it has a big, big, big effect. And you can draw in the right thoughts and the right people just by smiling. Did you know you had that much power? How awesome is that to carry that kind of power to make someone else positive in that day? How awesome is that? That is truly awesome, guys. All right. Let's see, where are we? You know, I have to laugh at myself when I make these notes. I try to print as, you know how I tell you guys I'm busy, and I try to print as accurately as I can, and then I get busy and I have to make my notes real quick so I can have them in my hand. I have to laugh at myself when I'm trying to read my own notes. It's funny. All right, let's move on to think positive. Think, think, think. There we are with that thinking. And I'll tell you what, guys, you will see the more you live a positive life, thinking positive is not a chore. It will come naturally to you. It'll be a natural, everyday occurrence. You won't even think about it anymore. The way to positivity is to think positive. Inform feelings. You have to inform your own feelings that you are positive. You have primary emotions and secondary emotions, guys. Your primary emotions are natural reactions to an event. Your secondary emotions stem from a belief or an event that has happened. For example, I'm going to give you guys an example. You lost a game. So you may think, and I'm not saying you do think this way, don't take it that way. This is an example. You lost a game. You may think, I'm a failure. No, you are not a failure, guys. You are not a failure. It's a setback. Remember in the beginning, I told you, living a positive life does not mean you are not going to have hardships or real emotions, anger, tears, sadness. That all comes with it, guys. It's a setback. So take your true resilience, utilize them into positive reframing, and tell yourself, you are not defined by what happens. So you lost a game. It doesn't define you as a person, a failure. That does not define you. Often enough, people blame themselves for their bad situation. Okay, your car got stolen. So you're thinking, and this is another example, your car got stolen, so you're like blaming yourself. Oh, if only I would have checked the car doors one more time, this wouldn't have happened. No. You know you locked the doors. Your car got stolen. That's just the way it is. That is the negative in your life, a setback, a situation. And that's where your goals come in. And that's where your positive thinking comes in. How can I make a positive situation out of this mess? So instead of blaming yourself, why didn't I check the doors one more time? This would have never happened. Don't think that way, guys, because that will help create a buildup of negative emotions. You want to build your positive emotions. You did everything right. You locked the car doors. The windows are shut. That's all you can do. You did not create that situation, and not checking the doors one more time would not have stopped it from happening. So look for the good. Look what is a positive in a bad situation. That helps keep your mindset on track for building a positive lifestyle. Just release the wrong thoughts. Because if you don't, you can break the positive ones. Keep that in mind, guys. Do not blame yourself. Do not carry positive thought or negative thoughts, because it will break your positive ones. So that is why it is so important. It is so important to be mindful. There's that word again, mindful, and have a positive mindset. How realistic? And this is a question for you. You can write it down on a piece of paper so you have it, or you can watch back and take all the questions out of the live a podcast that I'm reading to you. How realistic are your thoughts about a situation? Is there evidence for your thoughts? What is a new thought or belief that would be more realistic? This is kind of homework for you guys if you're listening, and it's only for you. You don't have to send it to me. It's only for you. How realistic are your thoughts about a situation? Is there evidence for your thoughts? What is a new thought or belief that would be more realistic? Now, let's go back to the stolen car, guys. My car got stolen. I locked the doors, the windows were rolled. So let's turn this negative situation into a positive. The first thing I need to do is call the police. Then I need to call the insurance company. And if the car is not found, the positive is I get another car. So you're only out in hardship for a few days, and most insurances will cover a rental car. So I need to get a rental car, and you still have something to drive. That's a positive. You called the insurance company, they're working on a check for a new car. That's a positive. So keep in mind, any negative has a good outcome or has a positive at the end of it. Don't forget that, guys. So go ahead and do that little bit of homework for yourselves, and see how it'll help you turn any negative situation into a positive. Okay, guys, uh, I'm going to take one more drink and then we're going to move on. And I am going to tell you about toxic positivity before my conclusion tonight. Toxic positivity. Avoiding, you want to avoid the type of positivity where you don't acknowledge your struggles, your pain, or your emotions, because they serve you, guys. They serve you to help live a positive life. Emotions are a part of positivity. Just like last week when we talked about it's okay to get mad, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be unhappy, but set your goals and turn it into a positive. You need those emotions to be a part of your positive and giving life. Give your emotions a voice. Acknowledge them. Let them lead you to a breakthrough and how to cope with the changes that a negative situation brings you, especially those you cannot control. So keep that in mind, guys, about toxic positivity. You don't want to have such a positive life that you can't feel those emotions. So let's go in concluding this podcast. Positivity in life keeps you focused. It keeps you motivated and happy. It stops negative thoughts from taking over. And it leads the way to be all that you can be. Keep that in mind, guys, until next week on our Living Life with Positivity. And we will have tips for maintaining a positive attitude every day, tips to stay positive in a negative situation, and the essential habits of positive people. Until then, guys, this is your host, TZ, signing off for another day of living life with positivity.